back, Journeyman. Hey, we have an awesome opportunity here. We're going into the 4th of July weekend, and I have a chance to cook for all the guys in the shop I work at. We're all super excited about it. I've got 3 whole packer briskets, 3 bone-in pork butts. Everything's about the same size, so all my pork butts are right around that 10-pound range. The packer briskets are right around 17 to 18 pounds. It's important to get them all about the same size just so everything cooks even. So let's go ahead and get these things trimmed up. Let's get them seasoned, and we'll meet you back at the pit. Okay, for anyone out there that might think this is strange, it actually works pretty good. We got pickle juice here we're going to put down as a binder to help the seasoning set, and it's actually pretty good. You don't really taste it at all, so it's interesting. I think the acids kind of help. So we're going to go ahead and give this a nice little coat here, and I have a homemade rub here that I really like. It's basically a brown sugar base that has a lot of good, fun stuff in it. It's got a nice sweet, salty, and spicy flavor profile to it. So it's kind of just one of the ones that we've always liked, and it works well. I just made it last night, so it's a little. There we go. Oh yeah. That. We're going to coat this generously. Alright guys, we have these packer briskets. We're going to go ahead and get trimmed up here. Flavor profile on these is going to be a little bit different. We're actually going to use mayonnaise for a binder, and we're going to use some basic salt, pepper, and garlic as a first seasoning, and then we're going to finish it off real simple with a cracked pepper, black peppercorns. So super simple, salt, pepper, garlic, and black pepper, and these briskets are going to turn out phenomenally. This brisket here, this is probably the best one out of the batch. The flat was nice and thick. Got a nice round profile on it. Got a good amount of the cap fat off of the point, so it's already got a lot in it. A little bit here I missed, and we'll go ahead and trim them up real quick. You can really nitpick at these things, but you know. There we go. And I like that. So 1, 2, and last but not least, our 3rd brisket here. So like I said, we're going to go pretty simple with these. We're going to use mayo for a binder. It's not going to take a lot. Just want to get a nice little thin coating on it. Just enough to keep those seasonings to stick to it.
Mom, what's for dinner? Oh, what is dinner?
All right, we're gonna do the Lily's Q rub. This is a garlic, salt, and pepper that we're gonna throw on this thing. We're gonna do all three the same. We're gonna give it a nice little coating. Not gonna get too crazy. I have oversalted a brisket before and it's not very good. Put a nice little coating on it and right back into their, they have a nice cracked pepper for brisket and it's really the perfect size. I bought some backup from Gordon's from Trade East and it's a little bit more coarse, but this is already nice and coarse, so something here. Nice pat. Coarser stuff on here. Trying to make up for it. Baby's a flip. All right. Let's go check the fire. Good night, my little cherubs. All right, guys, we're back out here. We're at the pit. We've had this thing burning for about an hour and a half. Temperatures are rolling real nice. We're right at that 250 mark. I like that. We might try to get it down to about the 225, 240 range, but you know, in all honesty, I think we're pretty happy. Got the damper kind of closed down a little bit because we had her up around 300, and we have a nice coal bed going in there. We are smoking with hickory right now and red oak. So I haven't smoked much with red oak, so we're gonna give this a try and see how it tastes. All right, guys, checking back in here at the pit. Let's go ahead and lift the lid on this and see how these things are doing. Give these a quick probe. About 137. Check that out. Right there, about 130. Yeah, 137 on that one as well. All right, we're rolling 147 on all the briskets, and on the pork butts we're right around that 134 range. So everything's going well. Happening with these things. Briskets are setting up real nice. You're getting a good bark on them. And pork butts, we got these guys down on the hotter end. think they're able to withstand the heat a little better. I did put a little more rub on them, gave a little bit more of a spritz, kind of get some more of that sugary rub on them to create more bark. So hey guys, welcome back. We're right about 6 hours into the cook. It's midnight. Everything's going really well. I just threw another split in the firebox here and give you a look there. I've got 2 logs that are fairly burned down, and I just threw a fresh one on there just to keep the temperatures maintained. A little view at the back side of the dampers there. They screw in and out. Pretty slick little feature I added there. Let's check this meat out. Oh yeah, look at that. Those pork butts just look awesome. Briskets are looking great too. Got a nice bark on them. Everything is running real smooth. Like I said, we're 6 hours in. I'm gonna probe these guys in about a half hour, see where they're at before we decide to wrap. So obviously tomorrow is a work day. I'm pulling an all-nighter just to get this meat done, which I don't mind at all. I enjoy this stuff a lot. Obviously work doesn't stop. Getting work done for tomorrow, having a cold beer, life is good. It's kind of the price you pay to have fun. So we'll check back in later, guys. All right, guys, we got these briskets right where we want them. 170 degrees internal temp. We're gonna go ahead and get these things wrapped up in butcher paper. We'll view this. Oh yeah. Hey guys, good morning. It's 5:30. The pork butts and the briskets have been on for 12 hours exactly now. Put them on last night at 5:30 in the evening. Let's go ahead and give these things a look. You just see those pork butts are just awesome. You can see the meat's pulled back on the bone. Jiggle like jello. I've got a meat probe in them, so they're exactly at the 192 degree mark. I want to check them at that temperature before we pulled them. Make sure everything feels like butter inside. And I will stick it with this thermometer and make sure that everything feels good. Oh yeah. Yep. Those things are money. And they are, I don't know if you can see that, but almost 191 on that one. Yeah, these things are ready. Let's go ahead and probe our briskets too. Two. As well. Oh, yeah. 201. All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and put these things in foil. We're going to get those in the cooler. Those should have no problem staying nice and hot until lunchtime today. We're going to be eating around 11:30, so check back. All right, guys, we are at work. We are getting ready to feed the people, fellow journeymen and apprentices out there. Oh yeah, look at that. All right, we got our point here. We got our flat. Let's go ahead and start with the flat here. We're going to slice some of those guys off of here. We'll start about right here. About 1/4 inch slices. There's 3 of them, so there'll be plenty to go around. I'm real happy with how this brisket turned out. I did this at about 225 to 240 throughout the night. Put it on 5:30 last night, pulled it off about 5:30, 6 o'clock this morning, and everything just came out wonderful on it. This thing's juicy, the flat's excellent, it has moisture to it. That's one of the hardest things to hit, and we hit it, so I'm happy with it. Get a little view of this. Another piece of that flat. It did fall apart. I may have taken it a couple degrees past what it should have been, but in all honesty, it's pretty spot on, really. It's juicy, it's tender, that's all that matters. Let's go ahead and cut a couple burn ends off of here. And let's go, let's see here. Remember, like so. Oh yeah. Get a view in there of that point. That thing is just oozing with moisture. That's excellent. Cut these burnt ends off. Get my taste samplers over here.
I will.
Try these puppies out. These burnt ends. Travio?
Oh, yeah, bro.
Justin? Very happy with this. We are going to move on to this pork butt, and let's open this thing up and I want to show you guys how this thing turned out. All right, so moment of truth here on the pork butts. These things turned out fire.
Very good, yeah.
All right, guys, we're gonna pull this bone.
Do that.
Boom, clean. That's what you're looking for. And literally,
Smash it.
mash. That's what we're after.
That's how we do it.
Let the floodgates open. Come aboard. We're gonna feed the people. Oh, wow. I'll give you some lean and some fat.